welcome you all to Kaleo district in the Upper West region. This is where President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is expected to commission a 13 megawatt power solar power constructed by the government of Ghana in collaboration with the German government. This is going to serve the people of Upper West region, and we are told that about 32,000 households are going to benefit from this project when officially commissioned by the President of the Republic. So, in no time, I will be engaging the District Chief Executive Officer of Kaleo District to tell us more about this project since it directly sits in her district. Honorable, thank you and welcome.
Thank you too and welcome to Nadoli Kaleo.
Thank you very much. I hope after this program I also have more feeling about Kaleo Nadoli.
Exactly.
Okay, so madam, tell us, how is this project so meaningful to the people of Kaleo and in general the whole people of Upper West region?
Yeah, I would like to say a very big thank you to His Excellency the President Akufo-Addo, to the German government, to VRA for this beautiful project that they have not chosen any place but my district, specifically Kaleo, for this project. Though it's a national project, but for the people of Nadoli Kaleo, we are going to benefit a lot in the sense that from the inception, the sword cutting, up to completion of this phase one, we have had a lot of employment for our youth, from security to laborers to even the technical team. We have been able to get our young people to come on board. So for me, I think that it's going to be a very good benefit for my people. And also, we are also going to benefit from the corporate social responsibility that this project is going to bring about. We are getting some schools, we are going to get rural electrification extended because of this project, and a host of other things that this project is going to benefit my people.
Okay, as a district chief executive, I hope you have the historical antecedent of this project. Can you tell us what actually brought about this power plant here?
Yes, what actually brought about the plant is that we have the resources. We have the sun, which is in abundance, and we have the land that is flat for such a project. And so other countries are benefiting from wind, they are benefiting from hydro. Ghana as well, we have some bit of hydro, but we cannot let the sun waste. The sun just burns us and move away. But if we are able to tap the sun and use it, if we are able to tap the sun to use it for the benefit of the entire country, I think that is the best thing to do. And we are happy that this project has been located here and is going to add to the national grid so that the frequent doom so that we used to experience, it will be a thing of the past. So that when hydro fails us, we know that we can always rely on the solar.
Thank you very much for your time, for speaking to us. Penny Amutesa Yanero Eka say on the district chief executive officer for Kaleo district no emo say o church mu babia ene ne ekonam so kofa sa jumadi ekase say e de eba one it was because of the rampant power outages yana omo FAC e district hanum and our government no think anyway so then if that they should use it as a base and use it to sort out every electric challenge bia a war a year mentioning emu and for the entire Upper West region. So Kwaku, I also start engaging other people who will also be giving us other details and how they also see this project and a Mwasa project to me at the Abromo. So let me also engage this gentleman here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Please, what's your name and your position?
I'm Honorable Fuskaning Peng, Assembly Member for Kaleo East.
Okay. So as an Assembly Member of Kaleo East, before this project came on board, how has the power outage been affecting your people in your electoral area?
Fortunately, on power outages, there were a lot of power outages within the enclave, or even in Ghana as a whole. But now, with this, the inception of this project, I think it is going to help to beef up the power consumption or the power level of the nation.
So how does your people receive this news?
It is a welcome news to them. They are very, very happy for such what initiative. Uh,
So now the people in your electoral area can be rest assured that 24/7, unless any natural cause, you are going to have power flowing through your house.
that is our plea. That is what we all intend for. Because we are thinking that at the end of or after today's project, we will not be experiencing any what power outage within the Kaleo community and Upper West and at Ghana as well large, because we know that this project is going to be hooked into what the national grid to serve what other communities, not only what Kaleo. So it will help to solve what our power what problems.
So aside farming, what other business does your people in your electoral area do?
For business aside farming, others are also into small scale what businesses. So others have their shops that they have cold stores. They also have some small shops that they also use these live equipment or live what gadgets to what to operate. So it is also what something that is happening within what the enclave or within what the electoral area or the community as what large.
Thank you very much for also joining us. Kwaku, the assembly member. Baako no so ɛwɔ Kaleo district na mo te sɛ yɛde ɔno so ɛdi nkɔmɔ na wɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu how beneficial this project will also be to ɔne ne ɛmanfoɔ. But quickly, maame run ne ɛmanfoɔ yi a ɛhwɛ live across the country on about 7 TV stations and about numerous radio stations ɛwɔ ɔman ghana mu. The program nankasa ɛnɛ mpanyinfoɔ esi ɛho nkonnwa nti a the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, aba Kaleo in the Upper West region. So there's an opening prayer. So after that, we have an address from the regional minister. Since this project sits directly in his region, he has to also welcome the president and his entourage to the region. Now, the purpose of our visit in this region, there will be an address by the chairman of the function, who actually happens to be president of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs. Then after that, there will also be an address by the board chairman of the Volta River Authority to tell us their role in this project and any other project they also have in plan for the people of Upper West region. After that, there will be an address by the German ambassador to Ghana, because this project is a collaborative work between the government of Ghana and the government of Germany. So she will also be giving us an address. Then the deputy minister for energy, since the minister for energy will not be able to make it, the deputy minister will read an address on the minister's behalf. Then we have a musical interlude whereby we have to prepare our ground for the main speech, which will be coming from the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. So let me also still get in touch with other people to also engage them to find out how they're also receiving this news about such a magnified project that cost about 22.8 million euros. This is a 30 megawatt power, directly solar power, and it's going to serve about 32,000 households in the whole of Upper West region. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Yes, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much. Can you give us your full name and your designation?
Yes, I'm Honorable Solomon Antoine Kaleo West Assemblyman.
Okay, so I just spoke to your colleague, brother, opposite direction of your electoral area. So for your people in your electoral area, how beneficial will this project be to them?
Yes, the project is beneficial to us for now because some of our youth have been employed to the project. So I can say that is a plus to the community at large. Because some of them were not having jobs, but now they have given them job for them to be doing for a while. So we actually appreciated for that.
Okay, so for the about 50 people who were engaged in this work, some came from your electoral area?
My electoral area, few of them came from my electoral area. Yes, please.
So now let's look at apart from farming, what other typical business that your people do that will directly benefit from this project?
Benefit, what they can benefit is like we have bus, operational bus. So some of them at least have been operating them. I mean, they get benefit from them because the workers there goes there to buy drinks and then food as well. We have stores which they also purchase soaps and other things, beverages which are also beneficial to the community as well, or the members as well.
Okay, so from the look of things, it looks as if that now the erratic power challenges that your people have been facing after this commissioning by the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you have the hope and belief that it's going to be a thing of the past?
Yes, that is what we are hoping, and I believe that will also cut off the power erratic in the community. That is what we don't want to experience the power cut out anymore.
Thank you very much. So, Kwaku, I just spoke to the assembly member who actually is for the people of the western part of Kaleo district. So he was the one that I spoke to, and he has also expressed how this project is going to be beneficial to his people. So, Red, I will get in touch with the Volta River Authority since they actually worked on this project. They will be able to give us the full scope of the project. When we talk about the commission of the Kaleo solar power plant, what actually it is, what does it entail? The people and officials from the Volta River Authority who work directly for this project will be able to give us all these briefings. So that will be across the length and breadth of this country. Will appreciate what this government actually is doing to help electrification project. Senior Ebekadom, since it has put in place measures to ensure that renewable energy will become something that our man will move forward with. We started with thermal energy under the first president of the Republic, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Then kakra krasa and the Ebabira power and the renewable energy and so abekauno. And the renewable energy it has come to stay. And after we're looking for by 2030 will have over 1,000 megawatts of power from renewable energy since we have what it takes to make it work. We'll be getting in touch with the Volta Authority to give us full detail of that the President of the Republic is about to commission and the benefit it will have on the good people of the Upper West region. Just as I said earlier on, it's going to serve power to about 32,000 households in the whole of the Upper West region. So this is what the people in the region are going to benefit from. So let me get in touch with the Volta River Authority officer who is joining me here on set. Thank you, sir, and welcome.
Thank you.
Can you give us your full name and your designation, sir?
I am Isaac Bedu, Manager, Project Management, VRA.
Oh, okay, thank you. Now, since this project would sit directly under your office, can you tell us this whole project, what is it about?
This is a renewable energy power project. It's a solar power project. So what you see here is a solar farm, 8 megawatt solar farm, which uses the sun's energy to generate electricity.
Okay. So how they come about? What actually engineered this project to be situated at Kaleo?
Okay, solar means that we need a resource, we need the sun as a resource for the generation. And in the northern sector of the country, especially in the sun, the resource is available. And also the land is available. For solar, huge acres of land in order to be able to plant. So with the resource available and then the land availability in the Upper West region, we decided to site the project here.
Okay. So aside solar, aside the sun, aside the availability of land, did you find it difficult getting other things that you this project?
No, I think we've enjoyed a very good couple in the area. When we started looking for land, they were quite ready to give us land for us to develop. So they encounter much difficulty as far as coming into the region. The minister was very cooperative, the chiefs were very cooperative, and the landlords were very cooperative.
Okay, so how is it going to be connected to the national grid to serve the whole of the Upper West region?
Okay, so this is connected to the 34 kV, connected directly into Greek Coast substation. So it's connected into the national grid, the 161 grid. So wherever you are, enjoy this.
The people of the Upper West region over the years, our outages, and their belief and hope is that for coming on board of this project to be a thing of the past. Can that be that assurance to these people?
Yes, this is cited here. It improves the voltages of the community. So once it's connected to the 34 kV, the voltage is improved. So those who are living around will enjoy voltage. It means that their voltage drops will reduce. Yeah, so this goes straight into the 161. For the one in Laura, it was into the district. So the people in Laura enjoyed direct benefit by the improvement in their voltages, and also because the radiant wire goes to Laura, the people in Kaleo as well also benefit.
Okay, so quickly, can you give us a little education about solar? Why, as a country, interested in renewable energy?
Okay, so energy is to help us reduce our carbon emissions. Okay, when you do thermal plants, okay, you produce carbon emissions which are harmful to. But with solar, we are not producing those carbon emissions. Okay, and seeing our emissions in the environment and protecting the environment. That is one major benefit to solar.
Okay, so what kind of orientation have you given to the people in the region to understand the effect of a solar planted in their region?
There is no side effect. So, I mean, we've educated them about the benefit of the solar. They are using the sun's energy to generate the energy, and
Ministers of State, Your Excellencies, members of Council of State, members of Parliament, Board Chairman, Water River Authority, Municipal District Chief, my colleague Lamine and Kuri, Chief Directors, Heads of Security Agencies and Departments, the press, the same guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged and greatly honored to have been chosen to chair this August gathering. First and foremost, on behalf of the chiefs and people of the region, and on my own behalf, I wish you and your entourage to the region. Secondly, we wish to express our gratitude and sincerity to you, Mr. President, for the relentless efforts you have into your administration to change the narrative of the Upper West region and Ghana as a whole, despite the great economic challenges. It is unprecedented, the monumental flagship programs and projects you have changed the lives of Ghanaians during your tenure of office. This cause to celebrate, knowing that the people of Ghana did not make it for maintaining you as the President of the Republic of Ghana. We, the chiefs of this region, have had the opportunity to participate in the launch of a number of social programs you have initiated and implemented across the country, particularly in the Upper West region, to mitigate amongst people who are mainly farmers. Your Excellency, it will be recalled that on 4 February 2020, for the start cutting of the Kaleo solar power project, it is to note that today we are here again to witness the commissioning of the power project. This undoubtedly is going to change in Ghana. In the Upper West region alone, 2 projects, this one we are currently witnessing today, and most of such projects have been far removed from us this region time past. Today, we see it happening live here in Kaleo. That is a positive change for us Excellency, we know the benefits of the project. It will create for the Upper West region and the Ghanaian community at large to the energy requirements of the country, and furthermore facilitate electrification, which will serve as a catalyst for industrialization. It is a game changer of the Upper West region. Must applaud the President and his team for this feat. Your Excellency, for more of such interventions in other parts to stem the north-south drift of the population. Your Excellency, as traditional authorities, we are aware of economic challenges which have affected many of your social programs aimed at improving the livelihood of Ghanaians. You have indeed shown leadership and kept faith with the people in your efforts to bring the economy back to normalcy. Your unwavering commitment for change in Ghana, despite these challenges, I hope bear fruit to the glory of God and leave an indelible mark, since we particularly note and reward appropriately. I am most grateful to be called upon to chair this function. Please share or steering this function to its logical conclusion by cooperating. Your Excellency, we wish you and your entourage a successful work of the Upper West region. Thank you, Your Excellency. Happy. May God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you. Thank you very much. The President of the Upper West Regional House of His Excellency, we are most grateful to you as indeed our revered chief. Want to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, the board membership of the Volta River Authority chaired by.
So you've been watching live pictures from Nadole Kaleo, a ceremony to formally commission the Kaleo solar power plant in the Upper West region has just begun. President Akufo-Addo will be commissioning that project. A while ago, we heard from the president of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs addressing the gathering on behalf of the traditional rulers in the region. Just to give you a bit of a background, so the solar power plant is a 13 megawatt plant in the Nadole Kaleo district of the Upper West region, and it is expected to provide power to some 32,000 households. The 22.8 million euros project was executed by Legnor SA from Spain, with Tractable Engineering of Germany acting as the project consultant. We're told that it was funded by the KfW, a German development bank, through a loan agreement between the government of Germany, represented by KfW, and the government of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance and the Volta River Authority. Shortly, we will be hearing from other personalities who will be speaking, officials will be speaking at this ceremony. We're told the VRA boss as well as the energy minister will be speaking before President Akufo-Addo presents his official address and goes ahead to do the official commissioning of the the project. Right now, though, let's move back to the podium and bring you the speech by the VRA boss. All right, so we will take you back to Kaleo shortly, where we will be bringing you the speech by the VRA boss. Don't forget that the Deputy Minister of Energy will also be addressing the gathering before President Akufo-Addo delivers his address, and then move on to commission the project. As I did indicate, this is the Kaleo solar power plant, which is situated in the Nadole Kaleo district of the Upper West region. And we're told that this facility or this project is expected to provide power to some 32,000 household. This is the final major activity for the president as he concludes day 2 of his tour of the Upper West region. Remember, after today, the president will be moving to the Savannah region for 2 days before he wraps up the tour of the 2 regions for the weekend. As usual, we will be bringing you live coverage of all his activities in the region. This is a special coverage of the president's regional tours produced by the Ministry of Information live here in Accra, and you're also watching us on a number of television and radio stations, including GTV, Adom TV, City TV, Metro TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, Asasi Radio. You're also watching us live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. Let's cross over now go back to Kaleo and join our colleagues Wilberforce Asari and Akwesi Insia, who are on the ground bringing us all the big interviews ahead of the commissioning of that project. It is the commissioning of the Kaleo solar power plant. Is a 13 megawatts plant in the Nadole Kaleo district of the Upper West region, and it is expected to provide power to some 32,000 households. The 22.8 million euros project was executed by Elecnor SA from Spain, with Trabatel Engineering of Germany acting as the project consultant. It was funded by the KfW, a German development bank, through the loan agreement between the government of Ghana, the government of Germany, I beg your pardon, represented by the KfW, and the government of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance and the Water River Authority, or VRA. And so that ceremony is ongoing. Shortly, President Akufo-Addo will be addressing the gathering, and then he will go ahead to commission the plant in that particular district of the Upper West region. We're still here live on this channel bringing you all that you need to know on the president's regional tours. The president this week began his region a tour of the Upper West and the Savannah regions, and tomorrow he will be moving to the Savannah region. Will spend 2 days in the region before he wraps up and returns to Accra. Shortly we'll be taking you back to the Kaleo township, where the ceremony is ongoing, the commissioning of the Kaleo solar power plant. As you saw earlier on your screens, quite a number of people have gathered for the ceremony. You have officials from the Ministry of Energy, officials from the Ministry of Finance, from the Water River Authority, from GridCo, as well as assembly members, district chief executives. You have ministers of state, senior government appointees, all gathering in Kaleo for the commissioning of the Kaleo solar power plant in the Nadole Kaleo district of the Upper West region. This is a big deal for the people in the area, because as we are told, this facility will provide power to some 32,000 households. Shortly we'll be taking you back to Kaleo for the feed, and we will be bringing you more speeches from the VRA, from the Ministry of Energy, and then from the president himself as he speaks to the gathering and also moves ahead to commission the project. As we heard from residents in the area, they are expectant. They can't wait to be signed on or roped onto this whole facility, which will provide energy and power to some 32,000 households. Imagine being brought on board this facility, and you could see the excitement in the faces of many of the residents who've been speaking to our reporters on the ground. We will be speaking to our reporters shortly. We'll be moving back to them and bring you the live feed right here on our special coverage of the President's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information, also live on a number of media platforms, including GTV, Adum TV, City TV. We're also live on Metro TV, Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, and on radio on Asase Radio. We're also streaming live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. My name is Kweku Obenyeche. We will take a quick break. When we return, we'll take you back to Kaleo for that big event which is already ongoing. Do stay with us. Welcome back to a special coverage of the President's regional tours. And before we went on break, we were live in Kaleo, where President Akufo-Addo is expected to commission the Kaleo power plant shortly. That ceremony is actually ongoing. Let's cross over now and join our men Wilberforce Asare and Akwesinsia, who are at the ceremony for the very latest. So we know that the president is scheduled to commission this new power plant for the communities in these districts. Wilberforce and Akwesi, take us through what has been happening now.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I think this project here today sends four important messages. First of all, a message to the people of Kaleo, the people of the region, and the people of the north of Ghana. This project will provide, this project will make the power supply in the region more reliable. And this is an important prerequisite for inclusive growth in this part of
the government of Ghana enacted
it also shows
the
you that
Renewable
the international
Energy
community
Act
supporting you as we stand ready to
and
continue
since
this
2011,
support.
the legal framework that is needed
The second
for
message
the deployment of solar
is the
power
message
in
to the
our
independent
country
power
kick-started.
producers.
So,
This project
this particular
proves
project,
that
which is
this
funded
kind of
by
project of
the
this
German
size are
institution,
technically feasible
is
and
one
economic
of several
viable
projects
here
that
in
have been
Ghana.
rolled out by the
And we of
government
course
of Ghana
hope
as
that there
far
will
as
be
renewable energy
this
is
success
concerned.
will encourage many
President of the
other
Republic is
independent power
expected to
producers
address
to
this
follow.
gathering
I'm
before
actually
he
quite
press the
optimistic
button
that in
to
particular the
officially
field of mining we will
inaugurate
see
the solar
followers.
power project here. We are told
Third
that
message,
this power
it's a
project
message to the international
is
community of
one
states
of several
that signed
has
the
been
Paris
done
Climate
in this
Agreement.
part of our
This
country.
project will help to
And
reduce
this particular one
greenhouse gas
is coming on
emissions
stream
by over
with about
30,000 tons
70
of carbon dioxide
megawatts
per year. So
power,
Ghana is
to join the
working
grid so
on
that the
its
people of
promises.
Kaleo and its environs will enjoy
And
the benefits of this
fourthly,
particular
it is a message
project.
to my government.
Earlier on,
fact, you are just waiting for the president of the republic to give his speech. Right after that, you better call baby and pen for commission, and that is where president of the republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And so, to me, Akoso and Kanami on say Ampa. And just before say Obamino, I've been speaking to some assembly members, especially this project was sit in their electoral area. And you see, say, because aside farming no omudu do na kasa so e de light no eye huma enkakra kra. So it's a big project. It adds up to, I mean, to have said a yes, dum so man has witnessed over the years no, will actually be of the past over force.
The states and the 70s embraced thermal generation in the 90s, and now we are charting a new path with the rest of the world in the area of modern renewable energy led by particularly history which President Nana Akufo-Addo kindly for being president since independence to have achieved the largest deployment of modern renewable energy capacity integration in the history of Ghana. Mr. President, out of a installed renewable energy capacity of 151 megawatt, 114 megawatt P, being 75%, was done by your government. This makes Ghana West Africa's in modern renewable energy deployment. Mr. President, your government is implementing additional projects which will ensure that by the end of next year, renewable capacity will reach about 300 megawatt P. This is in line with the Renewable Energy Master Plan, which was also devolved government. Our goal for the power sector is to ensure that by the year 2030, we will have an installed capacity of at least 1,350 P of modern renewable energy. Mr. President, there is no doubt that leadership and direction in the energy sector has repositioned the energy industry as key enabler for socio-economic development. In this era of energy transition, the policies of your government are already bearing fruits and are rightly putting Ghana as a leader in sustainable development. This has given true meaning to your role as co-chair of the eminent group of the United Nations Sustainable Goals Advocates. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our planned and structured deployment of projects in strategic parts of the country like Kaleo is in line with our commitment to deliver affordable and reliable electricity. Under the management of the Honorable Minister, Dr. Matthew Prempe, the Ministry will ensure that most of the new projects like one are positioned geographically to improve electricity access and reliability across the country, provide jobs, and bring the engineering practice and technology closer to the step of every Ghanaian. Ladies and gentlemen, project in Kaleo should remind all of us that under His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, in Ghana and developing all other parts as His promise the people of Ghana. Mr. President, the ministry and all our agencies, particularly NIDCO, NEDCO, and ECG, I would like to have continuous resolve to support your vision of an energy economy to deliver accelerated development to our people. I thank you. Honorable Amin Anta, our affable Deputy Minister, at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we are now having the privilege.
Valentine, okay. So what do you do here in Kaleo?
Part of the elders of the constituency project that is being
commissioning mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot because help create job for our people here, and it changes the economy of the area, and so the youth will be empowered to take part in improve their.
Okay, so we are crossing over to Akufo-Addo is about to address the gathering. Let's hear Mr. President.
Christian and Muslim, Upper West Regional Minister for Roads and Highways, and Member of Parliament for Etiwa, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization, and Member of Parliament for Okre, and Member of Parliament for Fuase Ayebi, Minister for Public Enterprises, a Member of Parliament for Efia, the Deputy Minister for Energy, and Member of Parliament for Karaga, and other Deputy Ministers of State, officials of the Presidency, Member of Parliament for Kaleo, the District Chief Executive for Nadoli Kaleo District Assembly, the Chairperson and Members Board of the Volta River Authority, Chief Executive Officer and Management of the Volta River Authority, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Republic of Ghana, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Spain to the Republic of Ghana, representatives of the contractors, the President, the distinguished members of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs, the traditional rulers, residents of Kaleo, fellow Indians, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm happy to see my good friend, Mona, here. Even initially, I thought on seeing him, the administration had been transferred from Accra here to Kaleo. It is good to be back in Kaleo, especially to commission the Volta River Authority's 3rd megawatt solar power project. This is further testament to what President Akufo-Addo promises, he delivers. Recall that in February 2020, before the cut of the 2020 general elections, I was here in Kaleo to cut the sword for the commencement of this project, which was the phase of what will eventually be a 28 megawatt here at Kaleo. As pledged, this project has been duly completed, reiterating government's commitment to diversify further the country's entire generation portfolio and increasing the nation's renewable energy generation. The project, along with ongoing interventions in the area of energy efficiency, use of natural gas for thermal generation, adoption of cooking solutions, decarbonization of oil production, amongst others, is helping us accelerate the attainment of our nationally determined contributions as presented at COP26 in Glasgow in the United Kingdom. The Akufo-Addo government has invested heavily in the electricity transmission network, which will enable us to evacuate more renewable energy through our grid to support the extension of electricity to all parts of Ghana. For this reason, Kaleo is a dedicated transmission line that evacuates power to current and future solar capacity at Kaleo, grid coal substation at Wa. At peak sun hours, Kaleo and Laura plants can meet the entire load at Wa and its areas. This can make Wa the greenest city in the of the Kaleo solar power plant is consistent with ghastly determined contributions to addressing the effects of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, since 1961, the nation started commercial production of electricity. Almost all the nation assets, with the exception of the Bui hydropower plant, have been located in the middle and southern parts of the country. Thus taken upon ourselves, as part of our development trip, to bring some of these sources closer to the north, thereby additional opportunities in our regional development journey. Has been one of our main vehicles for improving access to electricity developments, particularly in the northern parts of, and it will continue to do so. A solar plant of 2.5 megawatts in back in 2013. Under this government, successfully completed the 6.5 megawatt solar plant in Law, which I personally commissioned. Today, signing off on this 13 megawatt addition. This particular project in Kaleo commenced concurrently in September 2019, and initially the combined capacity projects was to be 19.5 megawatts. I'm reliably informed that through the diligence of the Volta River and the implementation of some technical improvements, the project capacity of 22.8 megawatts is to VRA management and their technical teams. This increase in power generation in the upper is evidence that the region's industrial and socio-economic accelerate. Industries and other facilities cannot be established in the region due to unavailability of electricity supply. Can now be assured that there is enough capacity to meet their industrial, leisure, and domestic. I'm happy to announce that even as we did, the construction of another 15 megawatt plant and funding has been duly secured from our partners, Development Bank KfW. We expect that from now, the contractors will complete that as well, together once more, to witness another historic milestone. Without a doubt, the benefits of renewable energy in the world are immeasurable. In addition to the present, the continued availability of the sun throughout the year reduces the recurrent financial burden of electricity in our nation. Renewable energy, eradication, improve livelihoods, and a catalyst for development. I encourage international partners to invest in other sectors of the country to work with the Volta River or flood more such projects in of our power generation assets, improving the of our national power system, stabilizing voltage of power supply in the region, and ultimately with carbon footprint. This new project is in 30 people during the construction phase. I'm glad to also the workers used for some 95% of the construction and are from the nearby communities. The project is a tourism boost for the Kaleo community and as a educational and technological field trips in the region will contribute to promoting the advancement of science education, engineering, and technological activities in this area. The outlook of our young people. With this, it is expected that corporate social responsibility programs and neighboring communities will be enhanced in many forms, including but not limited to implementation of the Kaleo DA Primary School and the provision of critical amenities for the school. Electno SA from Spain and Tractor Belt Engineering from Germany for completing this successfully. I commend also the Ministries of Finance and the Volta River Authority for their respective roles to fruition. And I am particularly grateful with whom the government of Ghana enjoys strong relations, partnership for funding this project through KFW to more of such fruitful exchanges in the future. Very much the presence of the German ambassador here with us, the Spanish ambassador too. And I take very much on board the German ambassador about exploring further modes of cooperation in the energy field. On behalf, I express my sincere appreciation to the Upper West Regional Minister leaders and all stakeholders for their support in the development of these projects. It is my sincerity that maintenance of the project will be on top of everybody's, the purpose for which it is being set up will not be lost. And that chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to declare the 13 megawatt Kaleo solar power commission. May God bless the people of Kaleo and us all. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make strong. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I would like to invite Mala Nuhu Ali for Kaleo to give us.
All right, so President of the Republic, Nana just addressed the gathering here at Kaleo, and essentially, Kaleo Solar Power Project is duly commissioned. Indicates that he's excited about this project, and that's because the Upper West region in the Republic of Ghana, because the amount of power from this project has the ability to essentially greenness in our country. I've just been joined by the Deputy Minister for Energy, addressed this gathering. He was there when the President was
speaking, let me quickly the commissioning of this project. What is in stock for this region?
First of all, as the President said, war and its environment in the whole of Ghana, because the has a total load of about 30 Upper West region. But for war and its environment is about 20 megawatts. Now this facility, which is 13 megawatts, meet for war and its environments from renewable energy. And this is why the President is right in declaring war as the greenest city.
Indeed. All right. So, what next for the President? The process is on. Like here, I mean, after this, what is he going to do to inspect some things here? What is he going to do?
Inspect the facility, and then he will switch on. But formally, we are connected to the national grid. But this has to be hooked to the. There is a dedicated transmission line here in Kaleo, which we are going to hook power to, and then that will be taken through to the substation in water distribution through the region.
So how is the distribution going to be done?
To the national grid, and once it goes into the national grid, there are substations there can switch on to distribute it for consumption in the war area or of the energy that is being exported.
Indeed. All right. So, lastly, I know you need to go and join the president, but before I let you go, tell us what next for about renewable energy, not only here in the Upper West region, but for the rest.
It is important for me to state that the President Akufo-Addo, now on record as the president who has achieved the greatest renewable energy in our history as a country. We currently have 105 of solar, but the president alone has done 7% of that. That is 114 megawatts of that. This is very historic, and this is why he's living by the name that is one of the co-chairs of the UN Sustainable Development Goals advocates. He's living by that, not just in words, but also in action, indeed. We are also developing the energy transition plan under his instructions, and we will, through that, scale up the deployment of renewable energy. For example, by the end of next year, we want to achieve 300 megawatts of solar. You know that we is doing 100 megawatts right now. If you add it to the 151, that's about 250. VRA is going to do an additional solar here in Kaleo. And if you add the others that are happening in the country, we should be achieving 300 megawatts by the end of next year. Our goal is to achieve 1,350 as per the Renewable Energy Master Plan. But the way we have started and the agency attached to it shows that we are committed to contribute our quota to address the climate change problems afflicting the whole world.
And I know that the Jubilee House, for example, is also going solar, because when you enter there, you see that they are fixing solar panels. When President Akufo-Addo was speaking, he talked about maintenance. How are we going to ensure that this project is maintained so that it can?
The project cost includes maintenance, and therefore will also be involved in the maintenance up to some, and we will train Ghanaians to take over the maintenance when the time for the contract. As maintenance is concerned, we are very much aware of it. That is why the cost of how we are training our own Ghanaians
Minister, just before I let you go, we need to actually press the button. And so currently here on the ground on, and it is powered by the solar installation the solar system that has been fixed in Kaleo is airborne, I can say, for distribution. President Akufo-Addo is heading to the center where the machines and everything are set up. But Minister will be able to achieve that target that has been set in mention. Looking at the speed at which we are going, or we need to increase the momentum to be realistic.
Yeah, we will achieve it. I mean, if we develop the facility in 2019, and we are already achieving 300, we have started well, and the progress is impressive. And so addressing it, and the agency attached to it, and the resources we are mobilizing, take these projects, I have no doubt that under the leadership of Dr. Matthew Poko, the target we have set for ourselves, there is no doubt about that.
It is. Thank you, Resta, for energy. Is the one we have been speaking to Mohammed as we will allow you to go and join with the president, and we'll talk again very soon. Right, so we've been bringing you a live coverage of the commissioning of project here in Kaleo, where President Akufo-Addo joined the chiefs and inhabitants of Kaleo to bring you the commissioning of the ceremony. That's power, solar energy has been, lights are showing that indeed it is on, and we are told that, and hopefully the people of Wa, or the Wa Upper West City in Ghana, because the power that is going to be supplied, meeting virtually all their needs in terms of electrical power. Once any kind of other sources of power and rely solely green, because it's one of the sustainable development goals to go. So once that is done here in the Upper West region, it would have become the greenest region in the Republic of Ghana. Which other region is going to join this renewable energy from the Kaleo power? Solar has duly commissioned it. So the president will now begins his regional tour of the Savannah region commencing tomorrow. Fuado has brought his tour of the Upper West region to one with the commissioning of the Kaleo power project, which is now for the people of Wa. Once we leave here, we'll be heading to our coverage. We'll be bringing you all the 9 yards as far as the president is together with my colleague Akwesi, who has just is our host anchor all the way in Accra, and with our coverage of this entire activity to an end. My see is here. So what is currently happening now is the President of the Republic are just going to inspect how the operational works of this plant on the light to indicate that yes, indeed, the power plant is fully activated. The Upper West region are going to benefit from this project, which the Ghana government, there's a second phase of this project. That government will soon 2.8 million euros to 1.8 million euros. Kwaku, so this is where we hand over to you as we also go to the control of how this whole thing is.
All right, Wilberforce Asare, live updates from the Kaleo solar plant commissioning, which has just taken place. The commissioning was done by President Akufo-Addo as part of his two-day working tour of the Upper West region. Don't forget, the President began his tour yesterday, and he's wrapping up today in the Upper West. Tomorrow, he will be in the Savannah region to begin a two-day working tour of that region. And we've been bringing you live coverage of the activities that the President has been embarking on throughout his tour of the Upper West region. We will continue our coverage, our live coverage tomorrow, right here on this channel, where we bring you the updates as well as all the major activities in the Savannah region. This is a production by the Ministry of Information here in Accra. My name is Kweku Obeng. Just to recap a few of the major comments that featured in the President's presentation at the commissioning. The President said the project signifies government's massive investment in the energy sector. The solar plant is a testament to his government's willingness to address climate change. The President also says that this project is in combination with the Laura plant, will help support industrialization in the Upper West region. He also announced that plans are far advanced and funding secured for another 15 megawatts solar plant in the Upper West region. So these are some of the key points that featured in the President's address when he commissioned the Laura solar plant project in the Nadoli Kaleo district in the Upper West region. As we did indicate, the President is getting ready to move to the Savannah region, where he will continue his tour, and we'll be bringing you live updates right here on this program, a production by the Ministry of Information, and live on a number of TV stations and radio stations, as well as live on Facebook on the social media handle of the Ministry of Information. That's it for today. We will be back tomorrow. My name is Kweku Obeng. From me and the production team and our crew who are out there with the President, thank you so much for joining us. Do join us again tomorrow. Goodbye from us in Accra.